So we have a podcast due at the end of this course, and I just wanted to go over the guidelines so that you can start to prepare now and also give you a little sense of the reason that I'm giving you this assignment. So the purpose of this assignment, which is again due on the final day of our class, is to give you a place to reflect on your learning about creative nonfiction as well as your own process as a writer. And it also gives you a chance to connect with peers and get a sense of other people's learning in this course from our readings and our assignments and our discussion boards as well. So you have been divided into partners. You can find that on our weekly course content. And I would like you to please reach out to your partner. If you have not heard back within the next 10 days from your partner, please let me know and you will get a new partner, because you really do need to get started early on this. And I will give you time, but the earlier the better, which is why we are only going to be covering either the memoir essay or the personal essay in this podcast, not the literary profile essay, because that is our final genre that we're covering in class. So any student who does not make arrangements with peer partners will receive an automatic 0 for this assignment. That means within the next 10 days, you must have those arrangements. And I've put a discussion board in place for you to let me know when you're going to be meeting. You'll need to meet at least twice to complete this project. And your first meeting should entail getting to know each other a little bit, deciding how you're going to tackle the project. And your second meeting will actually be the interviewing of your partner and the creating of the podcasts. So you don't have to have the meeting in the next 10 days. I know, you are all very busy, but you must have established both meeting times and days in enough time that's also going to give you, so that you can finish this assignment in a timely manner. Okay, so the preparation for the podcast. So set up a time to speak with and interview your partner. Decide whether or not you'd like to read and reflect on the memoir essay or the personal essay. And both partners can do different genres. In fact, I'd even encourage that. Podcast should last no more than 15 minutes. So each of you has 7.5 minutes. So you're going to, one person will interview the partner, and then you're going to reverse those roles. Select a finished essay that you've written, memoir, personal, and we've not, of course, finished our memoir essay yet, but that might be the genre that you want to talk about in the podcast, because you can have these interviews after that's done, and you are going to share that essay with your partner. So in preparation for the interview, you're going to read each other's essays. For the purposes of the podcast, you can assume that the audience has read the essay already, because we will have. And you're going to come up with 3 questions. One should relate to the peer's process. Another should relate to a model essay in the same genre. And then asking about tips that your peer can share about writing in this genre. Okay, the actual podcast will begin by your announcing your peer's name, the title of the essay you read, and then asking your peer to define the genre in which the essay was written, and then asking your peer those 3 questions that you have prepared. Remember that I will be selecting certain podcasts to share with my students that will be in the same class next semester. So I will have them read your essay and listen to your podcast. So that is the audience that you're thinking about, beyond our class.